Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly reading for June the 5th. So the week of June the 5th for all 12 signs. Yes, we're going to dive in, see what's going on for the 12 signs. We're going to put timestamps in the description box below as well as the first pinned comment. So love for you to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff because it really does help the channel grow. And I love your comments because I always love interacting with subscribers. It's so much fun. So without further ado, we're going to jump in and look at Capricorn. Capricorn, let's see what it's looking like for you this week. Okay. I'm going to grab your oracle cards to go with the tarot cards to give us better, deeper dive, full picture of what is going on this week. Okay, so Capricorn, the first card we have is Strength, and it's in the reverse. So this is telling me that, you know, when we talk about strength and courage, that it's in the reverse too. So it's like there's something you need to do, there's something you need to work on, there's something you need to pursue where you're not feeling it. You're not feeling confident, you're not feeling your best, and it's really important for you to muster that up, okay? That's how we're starting the week off. As we go through the week, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is not a bad card to have. It's my slow and steady wins the race card, okay? So it's moving along, it's taking the baby steps and not needing to rush things. Take your time this week, Capricorn, to go through things, okay? And really put thought into everything that you're doing. All right, that's really important too. We'll talk about that in a moment when we look at the oracle cards. By the end of the week, the outcome is 9 of Wands. It looks like you've been putting in the effort and you've been working hard. You're not there, you're not completed everything you need to do, but you're pretty darn close. And I think you're feeling a lot better about the progress you've made, but it's like you've done a lot this week. Even though it was slow and steady, there's still a lot. It's taken a lot out of you. And you're kind of ready for a break, right? By the end of the week. That is if you put the effort in that we're talking about. Now, under the Strength card, what came out was Maple Spirit, generosity. So this fear, this anxiety over moving ahead has something to do with working with others, okay? It's about working with others. And maybe the fear is, well, is this going to work? Are people going to like me? Are people going to, you know, want to work with me? Are people going to really buy into what I'm selling, right? And I'd say that's tongue in cheek, right? But I really want people to be on board, but I'm worried that they won't. Like, I'm putting it out there and I'm being like open and honest and everything, but is everyone going to see that in me, and are they going to be on board? So as we go through the week with that Knight of Pentacles energy, the card that came out is Dragon. This is power. This is you going past the fear, and it's not just about, you know, I want to work with people or I want to help people or whatever, but it's I want to do this from a position of leadership. I want people to want to follow me, right? I want to set that example, and I want to exude that persona of this is what I can do for you and this is how I can help you, right? You want people to look at you as a leader and someone they respect and want to follow. Now, when we look at the 9 of Wands, we have Frog Spirit, and this is renewal. It's time to take that break. You can pull back so that you can replenish and refresh so that you can get to the end goal. Now, is that going to happen all this week? No, probably not. But you know where you're headed, right? You know what you need to do. You know the energy that you need to expend, and you know sort of what the end game is. Yeah, may not finish by the end of the week, but at least you'll know the path that you're headed down. You'll have a good idea, right? So that's it for you, Capricorn. Good luck with everything. I hope it all goes well. Aquarius. Why did I flip that over? Oh, that was weird. I just did something really weird with your cards. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm digging it. Let's get the oracle cards and then we're going to talk. Oh, interesting. And we'll take that guy too. Okay. So, ooh, look at you this week. Okay. Aquarius, King of, woo! Oh, fell on the floor. It's King of Swords. Hang on. I'm coming back. King of Swords fell on the floor. Is this you at the beginning of the week? You are raring to go. You are jumping in and working on something where it's like, change is afoot. Okay, we're going to get there in a minute. But you are stepping up and you're getting stuff done. And I'm saying this because as we go through the week, we have the Death card, which is death and rebirth. You're wrapping up something so something new can come in, or you can start something new. That's what I'm getting with the Death card. By the end of the week, we have the 10 of Wands. Whatever this thing is that you needed to end, ends. So as you're making the steps and taking the steps through the week to have this thing wrap up, it does wrap up by the end of the week, whatever this is, okay? Talking about what this is, we're going to do a bit of a deeper dive now. We're looking at the oracle cards that have come out to support your tarot cards. So under the King of Swords, we have pure spirit, and it's purification. What are you cleaning up? What are you know what? Because it's the King of Swords, like he's very much a leader, okay? So you're stepping up and you're going, what needs to be changed? What needs to be tweaked? What needs to be uncovered, right? Are there any truths or pieces of information missing? Is there something I don't have or I'm not getting, right? It's going through whatever the situation is, it's going through it and looking at it from a perspective of, we need to scrub this clean so that it is sparkling going forward. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. We have to clear out the cobwebs. We have to clean out the dust. We have to make sure that everything is like tickety-boo, okay? That's the energy I'm getting from you at the beginning of the week. And I like it. It feels really good, very positive, very energetic. Under the Death card, so this is this ending, this change that's going to happen. So something ends so something new can start. The card that came out for it is Water Spirit. It's manifesting dreams. This is a big thing for you. Whatever it is, it's something that you really want. You really want to put your time and energy into. You can see what the new thing is on the horizon once the death happens, right? The caterpillar then turns into the butterfly. You can see the butterfly stage. You see it. You know what it is. And it's something that you're really interested in. But you know that this purification has to happen. Now, this could be something that's internal, purifying your thoughts, your beliefs, how you view things, right? Things you have noticed, perceptions that you have. These are the things that might be needing to change, right? Change of heart, perhaps. Because when we look at the end of the week with the 10 of Wands, the card that came out is Wild Rose Fairy, and it is love. Now, this could be around a relationship because we got the love card, but love can be for anything, right? Whatever this change is, this thing that needs to end, it's all about something that is really, really resonating in your heart space, okay? It's something that you want very much, that manifesting of the dreams, but it's not just, oh, I want money or I want success or fame or I want to date this hot person. There's more to it than that. It's so much deeper and almost on a spiritual level, right? The love part that's coming out of this. So, but it's this thing that has to end before that true love can blossom and manifest. I hope that makes sense, right? So focus on that, right? It's the purification piece, I think, is going to be the key for you, because that death and that transformation that's happening, it's going to happen regardless, is what I'm feeling. But how do you want to see the end result? What do you want it to look like? That's why the purification card was there at the beginning, to say, listen, Aquarius, this is what you need to work on. This is how you need to start your week so that you see a really good flow for the rest of the week. Okay, so good luck with everything. I hope it all works out. Now, Pisces, cards are already starting to fall out for you. Already starting to fall out. And they're not looking too bad. So we got our tarot. I'm going to grab the oracle cards. Oh dear. Hang on. Oh, Me and dropping the cards today. That's the second time. Oh my goodness, that I've had to do that. So, one more card for your oracle cards, and then we're going to talk. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. So, first card up, at the beginning of the week, we have the sun. Beautiful. This is like perfection. This is like feeling good. It's pure joy. Everything being just wonderful. Okay. Your week is starting out really lovely. As you go through the week, though, I'm seeing some changes happen. We've got the Five of Cups. So it feels like there is a change that happens throughout the week. It's fairly impactful, and it might not feel too good. It might be, you know, upsetting your sun energy, right? Your sun card energy. But here's the thing. With the Five of Cups, the energy of it is you lose something, okay? Something, you either lose something or you leave it behind. It's usually you've lost something, but there is still some really good stuff left behind, okay, that you're not noticing, and it's really important for you to notice that this week. We're going to talk about that as we look at the oracle cards, so keep that in mind. And by the end of the week, the energy is the Queen of Wands, okay, but she's in the reverse. Now, considering the other cards that are on the board, we'll talk about in a minute, this isn't a bad thing. It's like when that Five of Cups thing happens, like that change happens and you're like, I don't like that, you might get a little fired up. And this is you by the end of the week calming down. So you're tempered a little bit, right? So then let's take a look at the oracle cards that came out for your tarot. So under the sun, we have Eagle Spirit, and it's freedom. You're loving life because you're a free bird, okay? Leonard Skinner, shout out there, okay? You're loving life and you're living large, and things are good. You have a lot of autonomy. You have a lot of freedom, not tied down, right? Is how you are at the beginning of the week. Well, this change that comes in probably shakes that up a little bit. Maybe some of the freedom or autonomy that you had has now been changed or even completely taken away, okay? Under the Five of Cups, the card that came out is Wise Woman of the Grove, and this is around grace, okay? This is saying it would behoove you to not freak out. Hence, Queen of Wands energy tempered down by the end of the week. I think you do get a little fired up. But this card is here to remind you to try and keep your emotions in check. Pisces, it's emotion. You're emotional. I'm a Pisces moon, so I'm like uber emotional, even though I have like Earth, Sun, and Rising. The emotions are very intense. They don't last long for me, but they are intense. So this is just telling you when you have those emotions come up, try and keep them in check, be graceful, be, you know, I was going to say dominant. I don't know what that, I think demure was what was coming to my head, but dominant was coming out. No, don't be dominant. Dominate your emotions. Oh, there we go. Dominate your emotions so that you can calm down and have time to reassess the situation, okay? And when we look at the Queen of Wands, that's in the reverse. This is the right? Calming down stage. We have Bluebell Fairy, and it is gratitude. So this is lovely. I think this is tying in perfectly with this Five of Cups energy to say, yes, we know that this one thing is gone. We understand that. However, when you look at the full cups you still have, this is what's going to make you feel a lot better and be able to move ahead, okay? It's the gratitude. Be grateful for what you do have. Don't focus on what you don't have. Okay, so there we go. All right, so Pisces, I think this is a good thing. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a shakeup for you maybe this week, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as the perception when it happens in the moment. So remember, practice that grace and gratitude, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. So good luck this week. All right, time for a little drink before we move on. Yeah, all right. Get my cards together. And now, oh, every time I like do things like this on the table, I gotta check how that replay happens because my camera looks like it's shaking, but on the replay I don't think it is. So if it's shaking, sorry about that, but never mind about my camera. Moving on to Aries. Aries, how you doing? I hope things are well. Let's get your cards out, and we'll have a little chat. Okay, what is this going on? All right, let's get your oracle cards. Then we're going to talk. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, got some powerful stuff going on here. Very similar to... Who had that? Hang on. Aquarius, maybe? I don't remember. I think it was Aquarius. Check out Aquarius if you have strong Aquarius in your chart, you might want to take a look. Okay, let's talk. At the beginning of the week, the card that came out is the High Priestess in the reverse. It's feeling like High Priestess is about intuition, listening to your gut. I'm feeling, because I'm looking at the other cards, I'm feeling a little sorcery going on, trying to stir up some sort, trying to figure things out. It's listening to your higher self and your gut feeling and all that stuff, and tapping into your intuition. But it's not like, oh, my intuition is telling me this. You're really stirring the cauldron, okay? You're really cooking things up and really focusing on, what am I feeling? What is coming in? What do I need? It's like things are percolating, okay? So that's really important to remember, because as things are percolating, when we go through the week, the card that came out is the Chariot, but it's in the reverse. It's like you want to get this thing moving. There's something that you want to see moving, catching on, coming into form kind of thing, but it's not. It's not happening. It's like the Chariot has stopped. It stopped. It's not going anywhere. It is not moving, which is why you are stirring things up. You're trying to pull all this together so that you can get the wheels on the Chariot moving again, because it feels like it's completely stopped. I'm not even saying slow down. It stopped. It's done. It stopped in its tracks. Okay. And this is not a bad thing. I'm just being very adamant about it, because the Chariot, I very rarely see it that the energy has stopped, but it is here. Then by the end of the week, we have the Nine of Cups. It's in the reverse. Not so bad. It's, the Nine of Cups, if it's upright, it's my fat and happy card, right? I say that all the time. Life is good. Things are awesome. You're moving towards things that are awesome, okay? You're seeing that movement. I think the wheels on the Chariot are going to start to turn by the end of the week. And I'm saying this because of the oracle cards that have come out with this as well. So let's talk about them. Under the High Priestess, we have Moonlight Enchantment. It is around magic, which is why I'm saying, like, normally the High Priestess, it's listen to your gut, tap into your intuition, boom, right? It's usually sort of that simplified. Not so much for you. Not so much for you this week. It's you having to manifest that magic, having to make magic to manifest what it is you want. You got to pull out all the stops. It's like having the Magician card, if the Magician card was here, coupled with the High Priestess, but she's in the reverse. So it's having the tools. The Magician has the tools, but the High Priestess is, how do we use those tools? You're figuring out how to use what you have to get what you need or want. Okay, that's the combination of those two cards together. Then when we look at the Chariot, you want those wheels moving, right? And under that card, we have Dragon, which is around power, okay? Where have you lost your power? Where have you given it away? You need to take it back, okay? You have it / had it. You have the power, but you're not able to use it. Why? Why can you not use it? And this is the High Priestess energy, right? Trying to figure it out. Like, I know I have that power. I know I do, or I did. So let's figure this out to get it back, because we got to get those wheels moving again. We got to get the wheels moving on the Chariot. When we look at that Nine of Cups, so things start to move, right? We have the card that came out under it is Toadstools, and this is around growth. Okay, you figure out how to get your power back, and this is when you see things moving. But for you to figure out how to get your power back, it's that High Priestess energy of, I got to figure this out, right? And so the High Priestess energy in the reverse, that is like the key for you this week. Okay, I almost said this month. But once you figure that out, and you have that power back and you have the tools and you start putting everything together, fitting the pieces of the puzzle together, that's when you see things moving. That's when the growth happens, okay? And that's by the end of the week. You'll get to see this, but the key is your high priestess energy. You got to figure this out, right? You have to listen to your gut and tap into your intuition and everything. But from the perspective that you know that you have the power to do it or how to get it, right? Or you probably do have it. And if you don't, that magic card, that magic energy is saying, well, you know what? You're a magician, right? You're a magician. You know magic. So conjure it up, man. Just get on it and do it. You have what it takes. It's just figuring out how to do it. And I'm also going to say, don't overthink it. So I wonder, that came to me. So I wonder if, like, in some way, shape, or form, your thoughts are creeping in. Your doubts, your fear, your limiting beliefs, all of that stuff maybe is creeping in, overshadowing the energy, like that confident, bright, and powerful energy that the high priestess has, right? So that could be where that disconnect is. So tap into that. I think you'll see things moving quite quickly. Get that chariot going, Aries. All right. Good luck this week. Okay. Another drink. And on to Taurus. My bulls. My bulls. Let's see what's going on for Taurus this week. Oh, what's going on there? Let's see. We're going to get tarot cards out. Interesting. And we'll get your oracle cards and see what the week has in store for you, my friends. All right. Hang on. My Taurus friends. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I'm a Taurus rising, so I like seeing what, excuse me, what the Taurus reading has. Okay. Ooh, what is that? A similar energy for, oh gosh, one of the signs. Shoot. Watch your sun, moon, and rising signs, okay? Because you might pick it up there. Almost went right to the oracle cards. Look at me. I'm so excited about it. All right. At the beginning of the week, Taurus, we have the Five of Pentacles. There's a change. There's a what's the word I'm looking for? Well, change. Is this a good thing? This might be a good thing. This might be a good thing. We'll see how the energy feels. But listen to this. We have the Five of Pentacles, which is a change in the material world. It's usually around finances. It doesn't have to be, but material world, so it could be finances, investments, your house, your home, material possessions kind of thing. So keep that in mind. We're going to come back to that. As we go through the week, we have the Nine of Wands. Whatever this change is, you're moving towards an ending of something, okay? So Nine of Wands is, this is about you've done the work. So you've put in a lot of effort, a lot of time, maybe money or whatever, and you're just about at the end of the road for whatever this thing is. I think this situation, the change that's happening is kind of going to push you forward closer to the end of whatever this goal or thing is that you've been working on. By the end of the week, we have the Four of Pentacles. And I love this card in this deck. I love it quite often. So like when I think of the traditional Four of Pentacles from the Rider-Waite, okay, it's someone who's like clutching pentacle to their chest, right? And they're standing on their pentacle like it's like a hoarder thing. It's wanting to stockpile. It can be a greedy card too, right? But it's also like clinging to stuff and the fear that you're going to lose everything. Oh my God, but I have to hang on to it. I have to protect it because I don't want it to go anywhere. Well, look at this. Look, I love this card so much, like in this deck. It's so good. Look at this lady. Her eyes are closed. She didn't give a shit. She's like, I know my pentacle's in front of me. It's not going anywhere. I'm not hanging on to it. I know I'm good. Her eyes are closed. She's meditating. She's totally zen. And she is not one bit worried about her pentacle. And if you look, it's almost like the pentacle is actually shining on her, right? So whatever is happening with this change up, okay, be her. Be her. And I think you will see that things will work out in your favor. Now we're going to look at the oracle cards. I was so excited to get to them. Okay, because the oracle cards are really going to give you some good insight for this week. Under the Five of Pentacles, we have Eagle Spirit, and it is freedom. So this Five of Pentacles thing, the shakeup or whatever, is around having freedom, probably some type of financial freedom, okay? What is the effect though? Where is this heading and where is it going? Under that Nine of Wands card, so this is, you've put in all this work and we see the end coming up, right? We have Wood Nymph, and it is beauty. So it's like, oh my gosh, I was just about to say the path is illuminated so you can see the end. And what was I talking about with this girl being illuminated, right? By the Pentacle. And speaking of illumination, under that Four of Pentacles, we have Thicket of Thorns, and this is uncertainty. But look at that illumination. It's illumination. Whatever happens, by the end of the week, you're still not going to be certain about how things are going to unfold and how things are going to work. There's still some uncertainty. The word trepidation came to me. So if you feel that, it's okay to be uncertain, but know that Spirit's got your back and things are going to work out. You don't have to cling to that pentacle because that pentacle is shining on you. Wow. This is really good. You know what? Seriously, Taurus, like, normally I might look at those cards, especially the Five of Pentacles and then even the Four of Pentacles with the uncertainty. I'd be like, I don't know about that. But freedom and beauty coupled with these, right? The uncertainty card might have bothered me as well, but with this beautiful Four of Pentacles energy, it's like, don't worry. If you don't know everything, if you don't, if not everything is revealed and not everything is laid out and on a specific path and whatever in front of you, it's okay. You're going to be fine. And I know Taurus rising, right? I get it. I get it that, you like things planned out and you don't like change and whatever. I understand that to a degree. But this reading is here to tell you, honey, you're going to be, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised once you get through this week, as long as you go through it in flow and with that outcome in mind, right? The potential outcome of everything's going to be okay. It doesn't matter what happens, right? So hopefully you are able to do that. I know you can, Taurus. I know you've got it in you. So good luck this week. Okay, another little sip before we move on. To Gemini. Gemini. Let's see what's going on for you. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, we'll take that guy. Just getting your oracle cards, and then we're going to talk. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, interesting week for you. Check this out. At the beginning of the week, we have the Nine of Swords. Something's bugging you. You're worried about something. You've got some anxiety over something as you're coming into the week. I think you're going to see this change, though. As you go through the week, the energy is the Queen of Pentacles. She got her stuff together. She's grounded. She's sure. She's fine. She's that female embodiment of leadership, okay? She's got her stuff together. And that's who you start becoming and working on through the week, which is great. Going from anxiety to that grounded, I've got this kind of energy is a beautiful thing. If you choose that path, by the end of the week, you're the magician. You can do anything you want. How about that? Talk about kicking anxiety in the butt, right? If that's what this is, I think that's an awesome thing. When we look at the card that came out under the Nine of Swords, this is that worry kind of card. We have Spirit Guardian of Spring. It says activation. Yeah, you know why? It's like you have a wake-up call, right? It would be like a judgment card to me, kind of feeling. You have a wake-up call and it's like, all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm not living like this anymore. I'm not dealing with this. This is nonsense. It's BS. And I refuse to let this bother me anymore. The activation card is saying, okay, good. Let's get up. Let's get showered and dressed and let's go. Take one step, then take the next step, then take the next step. It's the action, right, that propels you forward. This is the activation card. So what's the thing that lights the spark, that lights the fire under you? There's something that comes up to do that. And that's why it's pushing you into that Queen of Pentacles energy. Under the Queen of Pentacles, we have Spirit Guardian of Autumn. And this is around letting go. It's letting go of expectation. It's letting go of whatever thoughts, beliefs, whatever we're feeding those fears and worries. Let it go. When you do that, that's when you get into that grounded, almost meditative state of, I'm okay. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be fine, because perception is powerful. So under that Nine of Swords energy of that worry and anxiety, stress, doubt, whatever kind of stuff, right? Once you get past that and you let go, then you feel so much lighter. You are able to let go by looking at the situation for what it is. What's the truth? What's the reality in this? What am I afraid of? Is it true? Not necessarily. Okay, let it go, right? I know I'm saying this very, bluntly, like, oh, just let go. I know it's not easy, but this is what you're working towards, right? By the end of the week, under that Magician card, we have the Wise Woman of the Grove, and it is Grace. You're going to feel like that Queen of Pentacles coupled with this Grace card, like as a flow, is beautiful. Because when the Queen of Pentacles is in that flow state, is in that nice, calm, cool and collected energy, this is what she exudes. It's Grace. Also because she knows she's got everything she needs to do what she has to do. That can be you by the end of the week. So how about that, Gemini? I am loving that for you. It's a nice energy. Like I said, whatever this thing is, this Nine of Swords that's been bugging you, do a little assessment, okay? Do a little assessment and go, okay, let's dive deep and go, is this real? Are my fears real? Is this anxiety real? Why am I doubting myself? Whatever it is in your situation, right? Ask yourself those questions, and I think you'll get some really good answers. And if at first it's like, no, it's real, it's like, ask yourself again. I was watching, oh, so funny, because I'm looking at it now, right before I start, okay, this is extra info, but right before I started doing this reading, I was watching a Clark Kegley video. I like that guy. He's so awesome. And one of the things he said was, whatever the topic was he was talking about, I don't even remember because it was like, a whole half hour ago. But he was talking about a conversation with someone and what you need to do. Ask yourself 3 times. Oh, it's under, hang on, I'm going to read it for you now. 10 Life-Changing Lessons from the Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So this is the Clark Kegley video, and he's talking about it. Anyway, ask yourself 3 times. Ask yourself 3 times, because by the 3rd time, your answer might change or like waver a little bit, which is an indication that, okay, let's look at this a little further. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, you got some extra content there, Gemini. Check out Clark's video too. It's pretty good. All right, we're going to leave it there. Good luck, Gemini. Moving on to Cancer. Cancer. Let's see what your week is looking like. Ooh. Whoa. Look at you, Cancer. That's some intense energy. I'm liking it, though. I think I'm liking it. Getting your oracle cards, and then we're going to talk. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's kind of funny because similar kind of energy to what I was just talking about with Gemini. So you might want to check out the Gemini reading if you haven't watched all this through. At the beginning of the week, who are you? You are the King of Cups. You are, okay, you're bossing up, like you're in that leadership position kind of thing, but it feels tiny bit like you might be, your emotions, how do I put this? You're keeping your emotions in check, like you're good, but it's not easy. And I say this because we're going to look at the oracle cards are going to tie it all together. But as we look at the card of the energy that's happening through the week, we have the Knight of Wands. This is moving forward. It's a passionate, driven kind of energy. There is something, whatever this is, this situation, you're like, you're in a leadership position. Okay, so you're you know, head of the household, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Okay, and you're seeing this thing move forward. You're a little bit unsure though. You're a tiny bit unsure of this thing that's moving forward. I only say this because, well, the other cards that come up will talk about this as well. But by the end of the week, the energy is 10 of Pentacles in the reverse though. 10 of Pentacles, it's one of my favorite cards. If it's upright, it's like, it's having an awesome life. It's having it all. You got the money, you got the relationship, the job, the house, the car, everything. You got it all. You're heading there, but you're not quite there by the end of the week. I think a lot of it also is about working on looking at your perception of what this means to you. What does this look like? I think that's what you spend a lot of time working on this week. And I say this partly because of some of the oracle cards that came out. Under the King of Cups, we have Wolf Spirit, and this is around family. Whatever this leadership position is that you're in, it's around family, okay? And it can be like your actual, you know, blood family, okay? But family could also be your work family, or, you know, sometimes you have another group that feels like family, your soul family, your soul tribe kind of thing. So it's around this. So what is this thing that you're like, okay, I'm seeing this moving forward and it's around my core family, okay? This thing is moving forward and you're like, there's just something where I'm not so sure about this thing. This Knight of Wands energy that's moving forward, there is some kind of uncertainty, okay, that you're hanging on to. And under the Knight of Wands, the card that came out is Spirit Guardian of Autumn, and it's letting go. It's going to be really important for you to loosen the reins a little bit. You're in charge, okay? You're large and in charge, but you're going to have to loosen the reins a bit and let this thing move forward, okay? You don't have to. I'm not telling you what to do. I try not to tell people what to do in my readings because I hate it when people tell me what to do, right? So this is an option. It would behoove you to allow this to go. Let it go, let it flow, right? Oh, it's funny I said that because under the 10 of Pentacles, so by the end of the week, that, you know, perfect life and all that kind of stuff, we have meandering pathway and it's flow. Let it go, let it flow, literally. I think the reason why your 10 of Pentacles is looking like this is because that family dynamic, the way it was, no longer looks like that. It could be, I'll use this analogy. Your daughter is getting married and she's moving out of the house. Maybe you're not totally in love with the son-in-law, but you're like, but I don't know. Or you like the son-in-law, but they're really young. They're like 20. And you're like, they're too young. They're too young to get married. This is, no. And, you know, I want my girl around a few more years, and I want her to go to college or university. I want her to do this, and they're so young. They can wait for 5 years, blah, blah, blah. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So this is the change in that dynamic. It's not a bad thing, but it's just not the same anymore. So I hope this makes sense the way I explain that energy, because none of this feels bad, but it is going to be a change in that family dynamic, that family world of yours, right? That is just, it's not going to be the same again. That's why I was like the daughter getting married and leaving the house, right? Like it's that kind of analogy. And it's like, you know, oh, you see it's moving forward. And with the Knight of Wands, that's all being all passionate and in love and all that kind of stuff. So that was a really good analogy, actually, because, you know, that's the kind of thing the parents look and go, oh, they're so young. Just wait 5 years. They're like, nope, we're getting married. We're all in love, and that's it. Give us your blessing. Thanks. That'd be great. Right? So anyway, Cancer, that's what you got on the horizon. So think about it. You just might want to let go and let flow. All right. Good luck this week. So, another sip of water. Leo. Leo, how are you doing? You doing okay? I hope you are. Ooh, Leo. What do you got going on this week? I tell ya. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Some powerful stuff for you, Leo. Okay, let's take a look. First up, at the beginning of the week, we got the Page of Swords. You got some news coming in. Could be around, it feels more like a project, or you know what? If it's a project though, it could be a humanitarian thing. It could be a lot of things. I'm gonna reserve my thoughts. Let's just keep going. You got news coming in. You've got mail, right? And as you go through the week, we have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, Sword of Truth, Sword of Justice, right? Sword of Triumph. It's a beautiful card to come in. It's an offer, it's an opportunity, it's a beginning, it's something like it's very new. The news that comes in is what is able to, the news that comes in is a catalyst for something that you're able to start, you're able to run with, or it's going to reveal information where you have that truth, you have all the information you need to move forward. And then by the end of the week, your energy is the Queen of Wands. Fiery. She's a firecracker. I say it all the time. It doesn't matter if it's man or woman. Gender doesn't matter. But this is you by the end of the week. You're like, let's go. Let's do this thing. Which I love. I love the energy of the Queen of Wands when it's positively aspected, which I'm feeling with this, which is really nice. Now, we're going to look at the Oracle cards, and under the Page of Swords, we have Bluebell Fairy, and we have Gratitude. Whatever information is coming in, the catalyst for that Ace of Swords thing, you need to make sure you take stock of what you have available to you, and that you appreciate it for what it is. This is going to be really important to flow through to the rest of the week, because under the Ace of Swords, the card that came out is Pegasus. And this is transcending. This is something, if you practice that gratitude, if you're grateful for, what you have available to you in this situation, this is when, if there's any stuff that's sort of happening on the surface, you can rise above it. You can move over it. That's what transcendence is. Let's put it that way, right? That's what transcendence is. It's rising above. And this is what's going to happen once you work with this Ace of Swords energy. You're like, we're going, we're moving, things are going forward, which is a great thing. But the interesting part is by the end of the week, with that Queen of Wands fiery energy, the card that came out is Bear Spirit, and it is healing. So I think that the gratitude piece is probably a little bit humbling to you. Once you feel through all of that, then you're going to be like, oh, I can rise above whatever I need to. You can rise above, but at the same time, what you're going to have to focus on is anything that was weighing you down, anything that wasn't working, anything that wasn't feeling good. It's probably very internal for you, Leo. There's some healing that's going to be involved, but having healing with the Queen of Wands in this reading is saying, you're like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. It felt so good to get that information come in, and it felt so good to have that new thing, that opportunity or whatever, with the gratitude that you practice, right? That gratefulness that you showed. Oh, there's a lot of humility in this, reading. And when you are true and authentic and humble, this is when the magic happens. This is when you start transcending, right? This is when the healing happens. You'll know you've embodied it when you are raring to go, and not from a spiteful or fine, I'll do the work energy. Let's just get this done. It's like, no, a genuine inner feeling that I want to do this. Let's do it. Let's get it done, because it feels good. the healing process of whatever this is actually cathartic for you, and you are feeling it. Ooh, that's some deep stuff, right? Oh my gosh, Leo, that's a lot, right, to be happening this week, but it's really good. I'm liking the energy, and I think a big part of that, it's this Ace of Swords. I'm feeling more for you. Yeah, it's an opportunity or beginning or a change or whatever, but it's about the sword of truth. It's about getting real. It's about receiving the truth. Okay, so receiving that information, but also embodying it. That's where the transcendence comes from. That's the catalyst for the transcendence piece. If you don't want to face the truth and the reality of what is, then how can you transcend anything that's surface level or even in the depths, right? Things that you really have, you have to get out of the muck sometimes so that you can fly, like Pegasus was doing on that card. So you can do it, Leo. I know you can. And with that fiery Queen of Wands energy, well, it's all about you sometimes. I know you're usually the King of Wands, but the Queen of Wands in that feminine, okay, I'm ready to receive the healing that I need. You're being very receptive to that this week, sorry. So I think that is a fantastic reading and a fantastic energy for you. So good luck, Leo. I hope it all works out. All right, another sip. Virgo, let's see what your week is looking like. Oh, okay. Huh, interesting. I'm gonna get your oracle cards now. I'm fascinated by this. What do you got? Ooh, like it. Okay. I have a feeling this could go one of two ways. Maybe not. Okay, we got an interesting story here. I just want to read it all as one thing. Maybe I will. No, I won't. Okay. The beginning of the week, we have the World card, and it's in the reverse. So the World is the ending of a cycle. But because it's in the reverse, it's a cycle that is not ending. Okay? Feels like it's not ending, or you're not wanting it to end. All right? We're going to talk about this a little bit more. Hang on. This is really good. As we go through the week, though, we have the Ace of Cups. This is a new opportunity. Well, interesting, because it's really hard to have a new opportunity if that cycle doesn't end. The opportunity is there, should you choose, okay? By the end of the week, we have the Six of Pentacles, right? And it's in the reverse. Six of Pentacles is about equality, it's balance, it's a good give and take kind of energy, okay? This is by the end of the week, but it doesn't feel very balanced, does it? In the reverse? No, I don't think it is. So, let's talk about this. The World, you're not wanting to end whatever this thing is, and you know what? It really does need to end. It's time. It's time, honey, okay? I say this because the supporting card is Rainbow Waterfall, and it is miracles. If you allow this to end, you're not going to believe what's possible. You're going to be like, whoa. But I think you cling to that non-change, okay? The Ace of Cups that comes in this week, the offer card that came out, letting go. This Ace of Cups is not going to work unless you let go of that past stuff, unless you let go and let that thing end, that cycle end, so that something new can come in. That's how change happens, okay? Under the Six of Pentacles, remember how I said it's not feeling so balanced? Well, under that, we have Dragonfly Spirit, and it is change. You're not going to feel balanced until that change happens. If you, at the beginning of the week, actually decide to go, okay, I know it needs to change. You're going to get your Ace of Cups. Things are going to go, miracles, blah, blah, blah. I think you're going to have a hard time, and I think you're going to resist it, which is why the flow is like this of the reading. It's like, I'm seeing that you resist the change. You see the opportunity come, but it can't flow. It can't happen, right? Until you let go and go, okay, fine. I get it. The thing has to end. And that's when you finally embrace that, is when the change comes. But it's not going to happen unless you do. So that was a pretty quick and easy one. Yeah, as soon as all those cards came out, I'm looking at it going, wow, okay, I get it. I get it. I see the pattern. So totally up to you, Virgo. Totally up to you. What are you going to do? I hope whatever changes come or don't come, whatever it is, I hope it all works out. So good luck. Libra. Libra. Let's see what your week is looking like. Let's see. Oh, look at that. You got the same card through the week as Virgo just did. All right, let's see what we got. First up, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. This is a card of walking away. You walk away and you're not looking back, except it's in the reverse. So it's like you're debating, should I walk away? I'm not sure. Maybe. You're feeling a little wishy-washy about whether you should leave this situation or not. As we go through the week, we have the Ace of Cups. There's a really nice offer coming in. Something really good. So, you sure you want to stay where you are? You sure you don't want to walk away from that thing? Because you got a sweet deal on the table here. Oh, I forgot to get my Oracle card, so we'll do that in a minute. And then at the end of the week, we have the Page of Cups, but it's in the reverse. So, this is news coming in. Can be an offer as well. And this is so watery. I suspect this is around a relationship, okay? But this offer, is it going to come? News is coming in. I think what it is that the news is about this Ace of Cups, okay? So the news is about the Ace of Cups. It's not coming because you have not made that decision to move forward with it, okay? Oh, this is really good. Okay. So, under the Eight of Cups in reverse, remember how I said you're hanging on, you're not walking away? Well, the card that came under it is Hummingbird Spirit, and it's joy. That joy is going to come only when you walk away. The joy that comes is your Ace of Cups. And under the Ace of Cups, we have Pure Spirit, and it's purification. This is a beautiful, perfect, sparkling, lovely, wonderful opportunity, okay? That's not going to come. It just can't flow. It cannot come to you unless you let go, unless you walk away from that thing. And under the Page of Cups, we have Bluebell Fairy, and it's gratitude. Under the Ace of Cups, or under the Page of Cups, this is saying that, okay, the news you want to receive, the good news you want to hear about this Ace of Cups offer, well, it's not going to come to you. It's not going to come at all until you're grateful for this new opportunity. How do you show gratitude for this new opportunity that's come? You leave that other thing behind. This Eight of Cups is the cog in the wheel. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do to make that change? I think if you don't address that Eight of Cups situation, you're going to see these opportunities. Maybe the news will come in or whatever, but you'll see the opportunities. They're going to pass you by. The information, the news that comes into you is going to be, sorry, Libra. Can't go in that direction. We have to go here instead. But, you know, good luck and everything. Enjoy your Eight of Cups that you're hanging on to. Sorry, I'm being a little bit of a smarty pants, but excuse me, that's kind of the way the energy is pointing, right? So, up to you, my friend, but I hope you choose wisely, and I hope everything works out. So good luck. Scorpio. Scorpio's turn. Let's see what cards come out for you. Oh, Scorpio. I think already you just got the best reading. I'm going to see what your oracle cards are. This is so sweet. Ooh, wow. Holy crap, this is powerful. All right, at the beginning of the week, we have the Judgment card, but it's in the reverse. This is the aha moment. The light bulb goes off, the call to action. But it feels like, because it's reversed, you're like, yeah, I hear it. I feel it, but no, I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to follow that, excuse me, that call to action. Like, No, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe not right now. However, through the week, I think you feel a bit of a push to do that because, actually a big push, because the card that came out is the Two of Cups. It's a beautiful relationship. Doesn't have to be romantic, but I'm feeling very much in this reading it is. But it could be friends, it could be coworkers, it doesn't matter. But this is a really fabulous relationship. I think the push you're getting is maybe towards this person, maybe towards how you interact together, changing, right? And I'm saying this because of all the other cards. By the end of the week, we have Ace of Cups. It's a beautiful offer. An offer or opportunity coming to you. And it's driven by this Two of Cups relationship, okay? But the hang up is that Judgment card, right? Are you moving forward? Are you going to do something about this? So when we look at the Oracle cards under Judgment, we have Patience. And the Patience card is saying, okay, I know that I need to do this thing, but I'm not quite ready to do it now. It feels like, okay, this came to me, it feels like there's almost a fear. There's a fear behind it. And so you're like, you're wanting to, it's kind of the opposite kind of energy where if you were impatient, it would mean you're just itching to move forward. Whereas you're more pulling back, like, no, I really need to think this through. So there has to be a pause, and it has to be okay for me to do that. I need to have that pause. It's like you're asking Spirit to be patient, like, be patient with me. It's not that I'm not going to go there, but I just need to figure this out, right? And then under the Two of Cups, as we go through the week, we have Phoenix, which is transmutation. I love it. Transmutation, which means Phoenix to the flame, right? This is, it's almost like the Judgment card. It's like, okay, the call to action is there's a big change in this relationship, this connection, this Two of Cups connection. That's why the Patience card is there, because you're like, I'm pretty sure I want to do, I think I'm okay with it, but I need a hot minute, right? To feel into this, because this is going to be a big change. It would be like, you know, you and someone else, you're really good friends, and then you decide to date because that's how good friends you are. You know what I mean? But it's a scary thing because this is going to completely change our world and how we connect, right? And there's some scary energy behind that, right? Like you think about it, go, well, what if it doesn't work and then we can't be friends and whatever, right? Don't want to ruin the friendship and all that stuff. Well, sometimes you got to take a big risk to get a big reward. And your big reward is the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful offering. Under the Ace of Cups, we have Willow Spirit. And it's flexibility. The flexibility card is saying, you don't have to nail it all down now. You don't have to nail down all the details of every single thing about how this is going to work, right? Just flow. Just go with the flow, right? Just enjoy it, right? Enjoy the moments. And don't think about it too much. Like, don't put too much pressure on yourself about it. And just enjoy the way things unfold, right? What is it that it's about the journey, not the destination, right? This is a good way to look at it for you. But I'm telling you, this is a beautiful week for you. Beautiful week for you, Scorpio. So, good luck. Don't think you're going to need it, but good luck. All right. Last but not least, Sagittarius. Okay, Sag, let's see what your week looks like. Holy cow. Oh, a lot of people are getting this one particular card. I'll shout it out in a minute, but it's like, wow, so much good coming for people this week. And I really like it. I really like it. Oh, beautiful. Get your last Oracle card. Okay. All right. First up, at the beginning of the week, here you are, Page of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords energy is news coming in, okay? So some news is coming into you, and I'm thinking you're really liking it, okay? You're going to like this energy or this news because as you go through the week, we have the Ace of Cups. This card has come up for so many signs this month, or this week, sorry. So many signs are getting the Ace of Cups. This is an offer or opportunity or something new coming to you, and so emotionally fulfilling, filling your cup to the point it's spilling over. It's a beautiful offer coming in. And by the end of the week, we have the High Priest, which is the Hierophant, in the reverse. You know what? You got to think outside the box. You need to, there's nothing wrong with having some healthy boundaries and stuff, but you got to let some stuff go. You got to let down your guard. You got to color outside the lines, is what I'm getting with this card. It's really cool because we're going to look at the Oracle cards now. Under the Page of Swords, we have Willow Spirit. So this is news coming in, right? Flexibility. It's saying you got some news coming in where you're like, whoa, okay, didn't expect that. And what it does is this is breaking down the barriers and the walls, okay? This is saying, listen, this news, it's good. You know it's good, okay? We're going to talk about that a little bit more. You know this is a good thing, but you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to make some changes, and you're going to have to take some risks, right? But it's not like tearing down the whole building. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just unlocking the door maybe and letting something in. So the flexibility is how you let things flow before, how things were structured and working before. You just might have to change up a little bit, okay? You got to be a little bit flexible to let this thing flow. And the flow of the Ace of Cups that's happening this week, the card that came out is Frog Spirit, and this is renewal. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Once you're flexible, you're able to, it's not that you have to change. That's not what renewal is about, but it's like rejuvenating, right? It's recalibrating. It's a lot of words, okay? It's being able to do that with this renewal card. And that is going to feel really good, right? Once you feel and see that renewal energy coming in with that Ace of Cups, you're going to feel a lot better about unlocking the door, letting some boundaries down, whatever kind of thing, coloring outside the lines per se. Because by the end of the week, when you start to do that with that, that's our High Priest in reverse, so Hierophant in reverse. The card that came out is Standing Stones, and it is passage. Are you going to walk through this portal? Are you going to walk through the door, right? Walk through the door into a whole new world. That's what's possible for you. That's why the renewal is, it's not that you are going to change, but your circumstances can change. And it's, like I said, it's not complete upheaval, but it's definitely going to be different. That's what renewal is. And where this passage card has come in, it's like, are you going to step through? Are you going to cross the threshold and move towards that thing? That thing that is giving you such emotional satisfaction and fulfillment, right? It's possible for you. Do you have to take a risk? Yeah, you do. You know, is it going to be worth it? Only you're going to know. And you're not going to know unless you try. So that's all I got for you, Sagittarius. Good luck this week. And if you're at the end of the reading, that's it. Week of June 5th wrapped up for everyone. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And if you want to book a personal reading, get a little pre-recorded Celtic cross reading from me specifically for you, check out the information below. You can see where to find me. We'll leave it there. And yeah, until I see you next time, take care. Bye for now.